So I don't YouTube often anymore, but my brother Colin and I decided that we're going to do 12 days of YouTube where we post a video every day for 12 days. And in honor of The Hobbit releasing tonight at midnight, we decided to do a Lord of the Rings tag. So we're just going to answer Lord of the Rings questions. So the first one is, what is your favorite Lord of the Rings book or movie?
Well, are we starting with me? Is that the question?
Yeah.
I would have to say my favorite one is The Two Towers. Just love the fight scene, big war battle.
Mm-hmm. I would go with Return of the King.
That was
I think
good.
Because
that was good.
I don't know, that one's just all around good. I think the first one's kind of slow, a lot of setup. The second one was almost too much action for me, at least. In terms of books, I would probably say Return of the King 2. Although if we include The Hobbit in that, I would pick The Hobbit because Lord of the Rings are kind of, you haven't read them, but I read them when I was about your age. They're very detailed, so they take a long time to read. And The Hobbit was kind of quicker paced, and I felt like I was more into that one than Lord of the Rings, and I got through that one faster.
Mm-hmm.
You have anything else?
Well, I do have to say that I have read part of The Hobbit.
Did you like it?
See, I only read a few pages, but from what I read, it was good.
Yeah, I like that one. Least favorite?
I would say the first one.
I would say for books, probably number one. It was kind of just slow. I mean, it's good. And in terms of movies, yeah, I guess maybe the first one. Kinda
It was
slow.
good, though,
No, they're all really good. Yeah. Favorite Lord of the Rings character?
Well, I'm just going to have to say Strider / Aragorn, right? Aragorn?
Mm-hmm, Aragorn.
I love...
You just love him?
I love him.
It's a pretty good reason. I would go with probably Merry and Pippin because they're like the comic relief of this really intense story. If we're picking based on the actor though, I'm gonna go with Legolas because he was played by Orlando Bloom, who I was in love with 10 years ago.
That's weird.
He's still really good looking though. Least favorite character?
That's hard, to be honest. I think least favorite... probably Boromir.
Really?
Wait, or either Boromir or Frodo. Frodo was just such a...
You know what? I would probably pick Frodo. I just feel like he's the Debbie Downer of all the characters. And I know he had a lot of pressure, but...
You shouldn't have picked the ring then.
Yeah, he's a downer. Sam was kind of...
But he was fun, though. He's like, Mr. Frodo.
Yeah,
Mr.
yeah. I don't know. I wasn't as into them.
Well.
What's your, favorite Lord of the Rings race? Dwarves, elves, hobbits?
Orcs. Favorite race for me is the dwarfs.
Mm-hmm. And why is that?
They just seem like a fun little group going on.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. I would probably... I really like the hobbits, because it's kind of a made-up thing, which is pretty creative. Now, off of that question, which race would you choose to be if you lived in Middle-earth? I mean, not that you would get to choose, but if you could choose.
I would be an elf.
An elf? Why?
I just love, is it Rivendell, I think it's called, right? Rivendell?
Where they live, Rivendell?
I just love the look of that place, and
yeah.
I feel like that'd be a cool place to live in, and plus elves are awesome. Good aim.
Yeah. I would probably pick hobbits again, because it seems like their life is really carefree. And, they have second breakfast. They eat, all day. And I love to eat, so it seems like the ideal lifestyle for me. And, I think about how much money you save on shoes. They don't have to wear shoes.
Oh, yeah, elves probably do spend a lot of money. They always seem to be, wearing good clothing.
Yeah, I'm not sure how that works. But, yeah, I like the hobbits. The last question. What Middle Earth activities would you most like to partake in?
This is hard. There's so many things you could do.
Like a war?
What?
I wouldn't want to be.
No. I would. Well, I mean, if I could take one of those like elephants down, like Legolas did, that'd be fun. But
Shooting elephants?
yeah, shooting elephants.
I don't think that's like a normal everyday activity.
It is for me. But I feel like this isn't much of an activity, just something I want to do, like eating leaven bread. It's supposed to be good.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
So it's just like something you want to try.
Yeah, and I'm an elf, so.
Yeah, you chose to be an elf.
Mm-hmm.
I would most like to partake in a second breakfast. Not that I can't do that now, but it seems like I don't know what kind of a metabolism hobbits have.
Mushroom. They have a lot of mushrooms, though.
But yeah, it just seems like it would be fun to eat breakfast twice every day, like it's a thing.
Can you ride dragons? Is that a activity? Or
I-
riding the eagles?
Yeah, riding the eagles would be pretty cool. What else? I think that might cover it for me. I like to eat, so second breakfast is where it's at.
Yeah. Here's a question I just thought of. Like, if you had the ring, what would you do to get
To get rid of it. I
Yeah.
thought about adding this. I would, are we talking like we live in their world or in our world?
their world?
If we live in Middle Earth, I wouldn't have volunteered is what I would have done.
But
I would have let that fall on somebody else.
If you did volunteer and you had to go, and you have like the same group of people that Frodo had.
Well, I wouldn't have separated from them. I'm pretty independent, but that's a lot of pressure, this whole task, so I think I would have done whatever I could have to have stayed with them. I mean, he does have Sam, but
Sam is still a
Sam
hobbit.
he's just a hobbit.
They also got Gollum, but he is just one.
And he's just a hobbit, an ugly one. What would you do?
Well, Gandalf really like those eagles.
So you would have flown.
Yes.
People say that. That's like one of the qualms about Lord of the Rings. What if it was in our world? What would you do to get rid of it?
Well, where is Mordor?
Let's say it's like the same kind of distance here as it would have been in Lord of the Rings. So it'll take a long time. Well, maybe not. We have cars.
Yeah,
right?
we do have cars and planes and whatnot.
I would take a jet
Yeah.
or a helicopter because you can get closer, and I would just strap it out with the helicopter. Boom.
Put it on like a little crossbow.
Boom. Alright, I think that covers our Lord of the Rings tag.
Yes.
I will be seeing The Hobbit tonight at midnight, which is good stuff. And that is it. See you later, guys.